We back. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Game On with Sabina. I can stop blinking.
No, okay, sorry.
He's not serious, but now he's serious. Are we serious? Are we ready for it? Are we laughing
Yes,
because
thank you.
As
Game
it joyous
On
because
for having me again.
you are for having him again, guys. We
The
need to-
best guest ever has returned. I almost have a belt for this show.
Guys, you only showed up twice. No, this is the second time.
Of those 2 times, I am undefeated.
Oh, shame, very shame.
Best.
Okay, we get it. And you're still sitting way on top. Okay, guys.
Top of the league, top of presenter, everywhere is on top.
Guys, are we gonna get into this interview already?
Maybe. Okay, sorry.
Okay, are we ready now?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Now I even lost my train of thought. But welcome back to Game On with Sabina. Today I have Gomez again, and we're gonna speak everything Arsenal, cause we need to talk about Arsenal, guys. We need to talk about Arsenal, and we are seeing what Arsenal is doing, and who is right to speak about Arsenal except Gomez.
Thank you.
But before we can get to everything Arsenal today, I want us to talk about the last weekend game. Reason is I have a lot of Arsenal people who are saying that that last week's game was actually a game that says you guys have won the Premier League.
You're ambitious, eh?
No, it's not me.
No.
They felt like the character that Arsenal have shown, it kind of determines if you guys are gonna win. They feel like the universe and somehow is on your side to saying Arsenal, they are winning the Premier League. Do you think the game, that's what happened this weekend?
I mean, look, on that game.
Because you
I
did
will
the
say-
return twice. You did it with Aston Villa, and now you did it again this last weekend.
Yeah, no, look, I mean, I will say, look, I believe teams that win the league have to show a certain character. Sometimes you need to come out with the points. You might not play the best football, but at the end of the day, you got to come out with the points. And I think Arsenal so far is showing that character. And just like you said, Aston Villa and now Bournemouth to grind out those wins. And that's how teams win the league. And from that, I'd say it's 100%. We're definitely showing a character of a league-winning team once more.
Because guys, if you look at it, that game you dominated. If you think about it, you had 81 possession and you had 31 shots, and I think you have 9 on targets, and you only, But I think my problem with you is you guys seem to be conceding goals. Other teams are managing to score before you, because it's not always that you're gonna catch up with them.
No, look, but I mean, in terms of that, sometimes, but generally at home, Arsenal is very, very strong. And I think that was the first game, I think, where we had gone behind so early at the Emirates. And so it was, a lapse of judgment, a lapse of concentration, things like that happened. I mean, a goal in 9 seconds. Disappointing, but I mean, I don't think that's what Arsenal does.
To Bournemouth, they defended very well.
No, yeah, and I mean,
They
Arsenal
did.
struggled.
They had
against
one
low
corner.
blocks.
They had one corner and they scored using that corner.
Look, man,
It was just nice.
I think Arsenal struggles with low blocks, right? But generally, that's what's gonna happen. Teams are gonna come to the Emirates and they fighting relegation, so they're just gonna put 10 people behind the ball and they're gonna say, "Let's see what you can do," and they're gonna hit you on the counter. And that's what we were trying to do, just to try constantly unlock the defense. We had shots, but it is what it is.
The league is still long. You have 12 games to play. You still have
Still a
Liverpool. You still have Chelsea. You still have Newcastle. And we saw what Liverpool did.
Yeah, I still have City as well.
And you still have Manchester City.
Yeah,
and looking at the fact that if you look at it, Newcastle and also Liverpool are fighting to get into the top 4. So do you think you guys can win the games?
Look, I will say.
And no, remember the fact that you guys are playing Liverpool
right after
at
you
Anfield.
guys. No, but we're playing.
No, you're playing Liverpool first before City.
No, but I'm saying you guys play Liverpool first, then we play Liverpool after.
But
If
guys
you look at our schedule, it's City plays a team, then we'll play them next. And that's just kind of how it goes towards the last games. But I don't think we'll lose at Anfield. I think either we'll come out with a win or we'll draw, but I don't think we'll lose.
Obviously, I think with Chelsea, chances are you might win.
You know what? Chelsea's on the up.
that's my problem, because you know right now you cannot undermine any team right now, because for the fact that like, any team can disappoint you right now. 12 games is still a lot, and Arsenal they're not consistent. They are consistent in scoring and making sure that they get the 3 points and all that. But for the fact, like I come back to saying, you guys, other teams managed to score before you. What would have happened if Aston Villa won the game? You know, you could have also lost it this last weekend. So for me, my problem is your defense still on par?
No, but our defense is one of the best in the league. Like, I think it's us, then it's Newcastle on top. So, I mean,
okay, I think one of
second best. It's not far because it's
guys,
Newcastle.
Let's see. I feel like Arsenal people right now, they're thinking they've won the league, and it's still very early.
No,
there's still a lot of games to play. 12 games.
I'll calm us down for my.
12
I don't think
games
Arsenal has
is
won
still
the
a
league.
lot, but anything is possible. City can still drop points. City can draw, especially they have the Champions League. Hopefully, you also do have the Europa League
tonight,
and all that.
even.
You have the Europa League with that. And yeah, Minnesota. I think one of the reason that me and my friends have been fighting for, I don't know what you think about it, is VAR. A lot of Arsenal fans are complaining about VAR.
Yeah, no, VAR has been against us. I mean, bro, we lost points because they didn't draw the lines for offside.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great excuse for me at the end of the season, if we don't win, to be like, but if we had those points.
Because that's what I feel like. Because each and every day I'm having debates with my friend. Every time it's about VAR. No, we should have. I think it was Tony, the one that you guys. It was supposed to be offside. The game that you guys played with Brentford, and then there was a game that you guys played with Newcastle. You felt like it was supposed to be a penalty and all
obvious
those
things. And if you look at the game against Bournemouth as well, I mean, 3 VAR decisions.
But
I mean,
no,
of
the
course
problem
they
is,
were, but okay.
Yeah, but the thing is with VAR, every team is complaining about VAR. It's not always that it's against us. And I think just because you guys are at the top, you think the Premier League is against you.
No, there's stats out there that show that teams that have lost most teams from VAR, most points from VAR decisions, Arsenal's at the top. So
okay, no, it's fine.
We are suffering as a people.
It's fine. We'll use that as an excuse
as a
when
people.
You don't win the league. I like the fact just when you don't win the league. So there's a very high chance you guys may not win the league.
You see,
and we'll use that as an excuse. If you guys are not using the fact that we have like our young boys playing the squad, we don't have.
That's another excuse. It's fine. It's another one.
So already, if Arsenal are not gonna win the league, guys, there's already excuses lined up why they did not win the league.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think one of the things I want to talk about also, I think, is regarding the last weekend's game. Who's the guy who's got Reis Nelson?
Oh, Reis Nelson. Oh,
yes.
A kid I've been following since way back when. He went out on loan with Smith Rowe. Way back when. Yeah, man.
I think is it Horsworth? Something like that.
Team. I think it went to the Turkish league though. So yeah, I just forgot what team it was, but yeah.
Okay, we know that his contract is ending in June. I think it's in June. End of the season. It's gonna end. So my question is, do you see him having a future in Arsenal? Do you think Arsenal should just keep him or let him go? Because there are some talks that they are not sure if they should keep him or just let him go.
Look, for me, I believe if a team is gonna be as strong as Arsenal wants to be right now, like if we wanna be at the top of the league, fighting in Champions League, fighting in the FA Cup, you need to have something that City has. City has starters all over. It's not
and
just their bench. Yeah, but their bench is a starting 11. If you think back, I think there was a time when you could take the bench of Man City, start that 11, and they would still win the league. Because you had people like Sane in the same team as Mahrez. You had such a massive team. So I believe that players like Nelson, although he might not be the quality of a Sane or a Mane or anything like that, but he's a starting player, a player of starting quality that I believe we should keep, just so that if Bukayo Saka is injured, he can play. If Martinelli is injured, he can play. We don't want a situation where your starter is here, but then your backup option is here.
Yeah.
You understand? We want close competition, that whether it's your starter or your backup, the difference in skill and ability is not massive to the point where it's not detrimental. And that was the issue that we were having with Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey is up here. The replacement we had for him was Lokonga. He's here. So at least now we have Jorginho, who's maybe okay. Yeah, maybe here.
But even
yeah.
he did good. When
No, he
Thomas
did
Partey was gone.
excellent.
He did
You know
excellent
what?
when
Wonderful
Thomas Partey-
job. Wonderful job.
Yeah, he did very well. Because I think I read somewhere, and it got me thinking, most of the time when teams sign a player or they extend a contract, it's not because of what he did, but what he's going to do for the team.
100%.
So look at him. You guys he only played like 3 matches so far, and he scored in those games. If you look at it, especially that today, I think when are you playing Fulham on weekend, and today you also playing today.
Yeah, tonight
so
we're
do you see him as a starting 11?
I think Nelson. I don't think Nelson will start because he's just coming off of an injury.
Yeah, he's prone to injuries.
Yeah. So I think Arteta doesn't want to sacrifice the Europa League. So Saka is gonna start. So I think the question will be, will Jesus start? I doubt. Trossard is injured. So I think on the left, either Smith Rowe or Nelson starts. But both of them won't finish the game. So one will come in as a sub. And that's how I see like tonight's going to be. I can actually see that. And I think maybe Martinelli will play as a striker.
Okay, I've been speaking to a lot of Arsenal fans and everything, and I have seen that a lot of you are actually gunning for more of the Premier League than the Europa League. Because a lot of Arsenal people are like, we don't care about the Europa League, we could just miss it, we just want the Premier League, because this is your best chance of actually winning the Premier League. Because if you think about it, next season is going to be different. Next season we have Ten Hag, whom definitely is going to take Manchester United in a very higher position. Liverpool will start picking up next season. Chelsea will pick up. Newcastle. There's a lot of teams that can come. So this season is actually Arsenal's season to take the league. If they don't, it's something else. So now the fact that you guys want to concentrate on the Premier League and not the Europa League, my question, guys, is, you know how the Premier League can get. City won the Premier League with 1 point last season. It was really rough, and we nearly lost it. If you watch the game, I think we played, it was Aston Villa. So let's say something happens and you guys drop points. Not saying City will not drop points. The reason I'm gonna use City and not use the 7-0 guys it is because we have the best chance to actually win if you guys start dropping points. As a City fan, I hope they do, and we win and we take it from them. So in instance now, you start dropping points, City catch up. You guys don't care about the Europa League, so you guys say you interested more into the Premier League, and then you go trophyless this season. What's gonna happen?
Look,
Have you guys thought about chances of you going trophyless?
No, I mean, we know that's possible.
There is possible.
It's possible. I mean, already the league, we're still not the favorites to win it. We're 5 points clear, but
I think you are.
No,
you are, because I've heard a lot of people talking about City's gonna start making Premier League their farmers if they're gonna win it. I think if we win it now, it's gonna be 3 times.
Nah, we're still not the favorites.
No, compared to City.
Compared to City,
no,
we're not.
We can ask Liverpool. We can ask a lot of supporters out there. A lot of them that will rather have Arsenal winning it as compared to Manchester City.
No, but you see, that's not like we're not the favorites. People just want us to win. People are tired of City winning. But if we're looking like at the odds, if you look at odds,
I think also because of where you guys are coming from.
City are still more likely to win the league.
Yeah.
Statistically,
Yeah.
they're still the favorable team. Yeah. However, supporters, people want Arsenal to win, and I won't lie. Yes, people actually are backing Arsenal.
Yeah.
Then City, because we're also tired of City winning. So many times even.
If we can only win the Champions League.
That's not gonna happen, but it's okay. Yaya Torre
Can we
said.
not? Can we not?
Yaya Torre
I hate what he
said.
said. I hate what he said, guys.
Thank you, brother Yaya.
Even today.
Thank you.
And every time City needs to play, it always goes back to Yaya Torre. It's like, can he just
Yaya
move on?
Torre.
Can he just move on?
Pep must go apologize first.
Before we can actually start winning.
Before you win. I support Yaya.
For the sake of all the citizens, can Pep go and ask
Exactly.
for apology, which is never going to happen. But let's get back to it. So for you, do you think Arteta needs to put the Premier League before, or maybe both? It's just like
for me
the same
personally, I think don't lose focus on one and focus on the other. I think both are important. One, Arsenal doesn't have a European Cup, right? And I think a Europa League would be the first step. You understand? It might be Europa League, but it's a build-up to more European trophies. One.
And there's higher chances of winning the Europa League as compared to City. Okay, I know we have 5 points difference, but I'm just putting it out there for the sake of dropping points.
You don't like us, no? She doesn't respect us.
No, and the funny thing is, I would rather have Arsenal winning the league than any other team. I promise you than any other team.
No, because you like Arteta, but yes. But generally, I think I would prefer the league over the Europa League. I would prefer the league because the Premier League is massive. It's over 30. It's 38 games, you know, and you constantly have to be at your best, you know. And Europa League, man, we will come back sometime. Some other time we'll come back. If it was Champions League, on the other hand, I would have said Champions League definitely.
That's the most important
but
thing.
Currently, no. I think definitely. I think if I had to pick one, I'd say the league definitely. It brings a lot more because I mean.
And it's difficult to win the league as compared to win this competition, other cups.
Yeah, man. Because sometimes knockout football is knockout football. At the end of the day, you know, anything can happen. Anything can happen. I mean, Ajax knocked out Real Madrid for all we care. Does that mean Ajax is better than Real Madrid? No, it happens. But over 38 games, even if Arsenal loses to Bournemouth once, but if they are consistent throughout, they can still show that they're the better team. And I think the Champions League, 100%. If we were in the Champions League, I'd say, you know what? All our eggs in one basket. Let's go win the Champions League. The league will see it later, you know, because you're the best in Europe.
Yeah. I think also personally, I would this season. I would rather sacrifice the league as compared to the Champions League.
But you're not winning it. Where are you sacrificing?
Hey! Remember, today is all about us now. Today it's all about us now. Let's talk about Arteta. I want us to talk about Arteta because in few seasons, all Arsenal fans were ready to just say, "Sack Arteta. We're tired. We're not winning. We're tired of the process, and we need to start winning."
100%.
And this season, we are seeing something crazy because right now I think you guys have been top since the beginning of the season. Imagine
like
we
a
only
few days
we
when you
only
guys were on top.
I think it was like 3 days.
Yeah, goal difference.
It was only goal difference. Let's talk about Arteta. The reason is I was talking to one of my Chelsea friend and we're talking about Porter and everything, and I was like, trust the process, Baba, trust the process. Arsenal did it with Arteta. Let's just do it the same way with Porter. And the first thing he said was like, we want to win trophies.
Yeah.
Arsenal don't care about when was the last time Arsenal won trophies.
What
They don't
trophy?
even no. He was like, they don't even remember the last time they won a trophy. We just won the Champions League. We want to win trophies, you know. And Arsenal, they can wait for the process. We are not waiting for any process. But let's just speak about Arteta, what he has done for the team. And I've heard rumors. It's just like rumors about Real Madrid trying to put an offer or something like that. But do you think he might actually can they catch him? But I doubt in what he's doing right now.
Nah, I doubt it. I think Arteta's gonna. I think he might just follow something similar to Pep. I think if he wins everything with Arsenal, then I think he moves on. But he's still like in the early build stages, so I don't think he's going anywhere.
Yeah. I think it's now that he's starting to see the results. Imagine now starting to see the results and you wanna leave.
Yeah,
the team.
he's put too much into it. I think into the
that
team.
I have for you is I've seen a lot of Arsenal fans are always complaining about squad rotation. That you know what Arteta, as much as you guys love Arteta, you're happy about what's happening with what Arteta is doing for the team. It always gets back to one of the criticism is squad rotation. And for me, I understand why. Like we said, just spoke about it. You don't have that kind of a bench for you. So your starting 11 is always that 11 that you know are gonna bring results. Like you can't just decide to just not put Saka in. You know, now at least it was better when you had Martinelli and Trossard. But even so, I would always choose Martinelli over Trossard to start. Rather have Trossard as a sub. For me, for now, I would rather say have Trossard as a sub. We've seen him in other games where you feel like, okay, Martinelli was getting tired, which makes sense. He was playing, he's starting every week. So players get tired, and the whole squad rotation, do you think it's gonna affect you guys winning the league? No. It didn't so far.
No,
it's not number one.
No, it has.
Okay, it did. I think with
you saw like when Partey wasn't playing, what happened? You see
before even Jorginho came.
Exactly.
Came
so you saw like we dropped points in those games, and it was tough. But I think, like you're saying, we don't have the luxury to start anybody else.
Yeah.
You know, you guys, you take out Laporte, you've got Diaz. You know, like life is good. You know, life is nice, right? You don't have Cancelo anymore. Shame. But
he's benching, by the way. He's also benching there by Bayern.
It's fine.
He's also,
it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine. But like I'm saying, we don't have the luxury. We don't
Because
have.
I feel like Gomez is trying to get back to City. I'm trying to move away from City, guys.
Okay, yeah, but we don't have the luxury.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any problem. I think Saka's playing too much. Arteta's not, like, even in the small games, Saka is starting.
Yeah.
And I think that's a bit tough. I mean, like, give him 45 minutes off, let him come off the bench sometimes, you know. But even that luxury we don't have. Who's gonna come on? See, so I think it's in cases like that where you feel like we are without choice, and I think that's why we try to bring in Mudryk, you know, to give us something extra. But then that happened.
Chelsea did that.
You understand? But
and
now,
he's not even,
you see, so it's like that. Football is like that, and unfortunately, I don't think Arteta has any other choice. But we'll see where it goes.
I think also I was watching the Arsenal. I don't know who's this guy. Gabriel Jesus.
Yeah.
I think he went back to training now.
Yeah, full training. That's
him
good.
coming back. Do you
That's
think
excellent.
it was just like immediately start?
I don't know. I don't think he'll immediately start because obviously it came from a knee surgery.
Yeah.
And that's a bit difficult. Maybe he'll come off the bench tonight. I think his best chance is to play off the bench tonight, play some minutes, and then go off. But then, but like, we just lost Nketiah as well.
Yeah.
Trossard is gone.
And if we become honest, he did very well.
Yeah,
okay,
he did
there
very
was
well.
some point, if you look at the game that we played with City, you could have wished like we could have done more. The finishing, and
Yeah.
you know, it was just like starting to fall off. But he did well to just
No, he
to
did
fill up the
excellent.
void.
No, he did
for
excellent.
for Jesus, because I've seen a lot of Arsenal fans are like, no, Keita needs to start sitting down. He's no longer being effective. And I'm like, look at where he won the game between you and I was at what the 7-0 guys. United, he did very well and he scored. So for me, I'm like, he's one person that did well for Arsenal.
He did excellent. I will say he was amazing. He did what he could, and I will say one thing: as for me, from an objective view, Nketiah is a better goal scorer than Gabriel Jesus. He's a better finisher. Unfortunately, that's just how it is, and I think what Arsenal's missing.
Do you think a lot of Arsenal people are
they're gonna hate me, but it's facts. It's facts. It's in the stats. Gabriel Jesus can't score to save his life. However, the play around.
That one needed a moment, guys, because then I'm thinking a lot of Arsenal fans, they can't wait for him to come in and this guy is saying such things.
No, look, don't get me wrong. Gabriel Jesus brings a certain element to the game that's not just goal scoring. And that overall hold-up play, his work rate, his dribbling skills, you know, how he contributes to the game in that way, that is excellent of Gabriel. However, in front of the goal, he just does okay.
Would rather go for Keita.
Yeah, because I think when Gabriel Jesus was coming to Arsenal, they compared his goals at City to Lacazette. They were here, 49 and I think 48 or 47. And that's in a fluid City team.
That's the thing with
That's scary. That's very scary. How are you not scoring as a striker for Man City?
That's the reason why he left Man City, was because he felt like Pep is not playing him in the position where he wants to play. So, you know,
if you're not scoring, you're not scoring.
If you're not scoring, you're not scoring, and that's what you need to do.
Unfortunately.
That is it for Game On with Sabina today. Okay, are we missing anything now?
Yes, you're missing my response about Arteta. Arteta has done a great job as a manager at Arsenal. I was one of the first people to say Arteta out, I will admit.
Yes.
But he has done excellent. He has recovered and he's done wonders. And you know what? I am almost fully believing in Arteta. Initially, I wanted Ten Hag at Arsenal. When they fired Emre, I was like, Yazini, guys, let's get him. Didn't happen. I was very mad. I was very sour. So I didn't like Arteta at all. But
could
now,
have won 7-0 now, whereas
yeah, but we were close. We had 6-0 there by City. We were close. So hey, I don't. You'll never hear me fighting United because I know what it's like. So I'll keep quiet.
Quiet. Ne? That is it for Game On with Sabina. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Sabina, for having me sometimes as well. They're best.
And I can't wait for the day we take over the number one spot, and he's definitely gonna be here, and I'm gonna remind him every day whenever he needs to sleep. I'm gonna remind him every day.
We will see, but yeah, thanks
you,
everybody.
Bye.